This helicopter expires in a few months, and I have to fly a total of 500 hours before then in order to be able to pick this up from the factory. If not, we don't have a way to get this helicopter back. Unlike cars, helicopters expire. I bet you didn't know that. That dovetails into the other part of the story in that I need to get to 500 hours total helicopter time before this helicopter expires, or I won't be able to pick it back up from the factory.
How many do you have now?
420 something? I don't even know, 415? I'm guessing. Let's go.
Too fast, too high.
It's just a little gust. Gives you a little boost. Buffalo approach helicopter, November 300 Whiskey Zulu.
Oh my gosh, we have a wicked old crosswind here.
Don't we?
300 Whiskey Zulu, Buffalo approach, altimeter 2979er.
2979er, we're departing Buffalo Airfield south westbound for Latrobe, Lima Bravo Echo, requesting flight following, or 1,800 for 6,500.
So pretty out right now.
Helicopter at 300 Whiskey Zulu, reset your transponders, clock 5235, 5235.
5235, Whiskey Zulu.
Radar contact 4 miles southeast of Buffalo Airfield now, altitude indicates 2,700. Proceed VFR on course.
And position altitude check, 0 Whiskey Zulu.
En route to Latrobe, Pennsylvania for our 50-hour maintenance.
We're right about at 50 hours now, so we're almost due for a 50-hour oil change. We're coming up on our 1 year, so might as well just get the annual done early, get that out of the way, and this will be the last annual we have for this iteration of the helicopter until overhaul.
Okay, so we didn't really film a coherent story that day, so I'm gonna give you a Cole's Note version of why we're doing this. So first of all, helicopters expire. You have 2,200 flight hours in a Robinson R44 to fly, and then after those 2,200 hours, you can't fly it anymore. It needs to be completely rebuilt. That also happens, however, when you lapse over the 12-year calendar mark. So either 12 years from date of manufacture or 2,200 flight hours. The helicopter needs to be rebuilt. Our 12th calendar year is coming up in June, so therefore after June, I think it's like 15th, our helicopter cannot be flown anymore, it needs to be rebuilt. So we are flying the helicopter across the country to get back to the Robinson Helicopter Factory, which is in Torrance, California. Buffalo to Torrance. Now, the second complicating factor of this is that when we go to pick the helicopter up after it gets rebuilt, Robinson Helicopter requires that every ferry pilot leaving their premises with a new helicopter or a brand new overhauled helicopter has to have 500 helicopter flight hours in their logbook. I have not that much. So it's a race to get from Buffalo, New York to Torrance, California with a helicopter. And the second goal we need to accomplish between now and June is get me to over 500 flight hours in helicopter.
How many do you have now?
400 and...
Yearly maintenance flight, it's always brutal.
So we have 3.5 months. Oh my God, 3.5 months
Yeah,
until this
you've been saying it's 6 this whole time. It's actually 3.5.
Wow, 3 months to fly 83 hours. It's a little under 30 hours a month.
That's not accounting for our actual trip across. If we go as the crow flies, it's 24 hours.
Right.
But we know we're going to be diverting, so we'll probably say 30, 35 hours, and we're going to be making stops and diversions, so we can theoretically fly 50 on that trip.
These helicopters can fly 50 hours between oil changes. So my plan is to, on the way down, stop by Latrobe, get an oil change done, the 50-hour inspection, and then go from Latrobe. What I don't want to do, though, is think we're going to do this long cross-country. We do it in, like, we get a tailwind the whole way, we do it in like 24 hours, and then, like, we end up short, and we're just literally flying up and down the coast of California, just to try to, like, hit the
There's worse places to be flying.
Fair enough, fair enough.
EFR days every day, pretty much.
That's true, too.
We have 3 weeks to make that trip happen. Theoretically, if the weather is good, and we all know that the weather can cause us to have to stay somewhere for like 4 days. Generally speaking, we're flying towards the southern part of the states, so the weather should be probably a little bit better. If we make it almost there in like a week, then we have all sorts of time to go play. The entire trip is going to be the biggest trip we've ever done. Like, we're literally flying this thing across the country.
You hear the term cross-country when anytime it refers to flights that end up at a different destination than you started? This is literally cross-country. We're going across the country. We're going across the continent.
Yeah.
We also don't have air conditioning, though, either.
So that's going to be really interesting to navigate. It's no secret we're going to be making this into a series. It's going to be our biggest helicopter series we've ever made, alongside our biggest trip we've ever done. Kind of our most ambitious, too. The most time we've taken off to be able to do this trip. So it's huge.
By the way, new merch If you like it, we'll leave a description in the box down below.
By leave it in the description box, he means the link to purchase this sweater will be in the description box if you want to support this channel and support our upcoming series, Heading West.
Let us know in the comments, A, if there's anything you guys would like to see, what you'd like us to talk about, what you'd like us to show. If there's anything about the entire process of flying across the country that you want us to demystify, feel like you're part of this by letting us know what you want, and we will make the videos.
3 things that potentially going to mess us up for this trip.
Yeah.
Number 1 is us getting there too fast.
Right.
But that one's not too bad because we can literally fly around California and do little adventures and fly off the number of hours we need. Number 2, not having enough time, which I think is unrealistic considering we flew to Newfoundland in 2 weeks. I think we could do this trip with theoretically better weather in 3 weeks. And number 3 is stopping through Pennsylvania on the way to get our 50-hour oil change / 50-hour inspection. That's an inspection nonetheless, and things can sometimes come up on inspections. And it can sometimes take weeks to get parts. That's probably the one big wild card. Now, with that said, we've been pretty lucky about maintenance, knock on wood, exactly. But it can always happen. So if an unforeseen maintenance issue came up before the trip, it could really just screw everything up.
Like when we did Heading East, we had a maintenance issue the weekend we were supposed to leave, and that pushed our trip back.
Right, we got to sort it out.
We did.
The other thing, too, to consider, though, is this helicopter literally times out like that month. If we're waiting on parts for the last few weeks of this helicopter's calendar life, we weren't able to do. We have to ship this thing back on a freight truck.
God, I didn't even consider that.
We did a whole video series on the economics of these helicopters. This is the reason why we bought this helicopter. This particular used helicopter, this exact one, was because we found the unicorn. We found one that had 5 calendar years almost on it, roughly 400 hours left on it. So it worked out to be a little less than 100 hours per year, and so we should be able to time it out perfectly. Now 2020 kind of threw a wrench in all that. We didn't fly hardly at all. Then the next year we flew 100. We're actually pretty much right on track, I feel like, if you discount 2020.
Hopefully we'll continue to have the luck that we've had with this machine until we get to California.
300 Whiskey Zulu, contact Buffalo approach 126.05, good day.
126.05, 0 Whiskey Zulu.
126.05.
Oh, beautiful sunset. We haven't seen a sunset in a while.
It's been a long time, yeah. Yeah, let's talk about some of the upgrades that we're hoping to get to the helicopter.
List item number 1, getting the door fixed.
Is that what you mean by 2007? Yeah, that's exactly 2007 model.
It's your first time watching this channel. Oh my God, your door.
Oh my God, every single video we post, someone comments like, I don't think Becky's door's closed.
Yeah, so it is. The pin is missing in the top of the door. It's after falling down into the door. So the door is just latched by the single pin. We're flying forward flight, obviously, and we're going fast. It kind of sucks out. Air comes in, it gets cold, etc. We're going to get that door fixed.
I think that happens because of Bernoulli's principle. Bubble acts like a wing. As the air hits the wing, it increases velocity, which, according to Bernoulli's principle, decreases pressure. Normally would act to cause lift on an airfoil. But in this case, it sucks out laterally.
I'm actually obsessed with you. So cute. I have no idea. I heard of Bernoulli before. What a legend.
What a legend. Old Dan Bernoulli. I don't think that's his actual name.
The only one I know about is Pavlov's dogs because I've gotten that one pulled on me that many times.
Yep.
Speaking of losing heat or getting cold air coming in the helicopter, the second thing on our wish list is air conditioning.
So air conditioning is a luxury that we wish we had. For us, summers, man, oh my God, this thing turns into a greenhouse whenever you're facing the sun in the summertime.
It's excruciatingly hot. We're in Buffalo, so you know now how friggin' hot it's going to be when we go south.
Yep.
Brutal.
I'm kind of afraid to check the most recent price lists, but historically it's been like $23,000 to upgrade.
And it adds a significant amount of weight as well, so we're going to have to account for that.
Well, 35 pounds, so...
Yeah. So it's like basically like our survival bag is 25 pounds, so...
Yeah.
What's the next thing on the list? Because that's the only 2 I know about.
The other one would be a second radio. I'd like to be able to have 2 radios here so I can monitor other frequencies rather than switching completely. I think we're going to probably keep the G5, get the serial number of this Garmin that we have in now, and see if they are able to reinstall this for us. It was field installed and then FAA approved. If Robinson hasn't approved it for them to install, then they're not going to be able to reinstall it when they'll give it to us in a box. But I don't think we're going to be doing a whole lot of upgrades here. Everything we add on is like it's very expensive.
Yeah. Alongside of that, I'm pretty sure this entire interior gets redone. Unfortunately, we just had it done a couple of years ago. I think that's part of their whole thing. Like, they have to do it if they're going to take the bird, and they basically take every single thing out of this, and it becomes a frame, and they rebuild the entire thing from the frame up.
Not just the 2,200 hour overhaul, it's a 4,400 hour, because it's been overhauled once, so it's 4,400 hour overhaul. Tail boom, has to be completely replaced. So this one actually is a bit more expensive than the 2200 hour one. So in turn, you know, you replace the tile boom, they have to repaint it all because it's going to be a new complete cowl on it and everything.
So we're not sure yet what's going to happen to our nice matte black. As of right now, it looks like our options are basically gloss black or white or whatever their color schemes are, which don't include matte black. So please, Robinson, please give us back our matte black paint job. This is the iconic Millennial Falcon paint scheme.
Exactly. Otherwise, we got to figure something out.
Yeah.
Come out gloss black, and that might be the new bird.
Maybe it'll be white with like black accents. It'd be like Stormtrooper.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool, wouldn't it?
It would be cool, yeah. I think one other thing that we talked about getting was the impact-resistant bubble, which also kind of looks cool because it's got this like reinforced ribbing around the front, which is black. It almost looks like it's wearing a mask.
And the reason why you'd want that is because of bird strikes mainly. That's one actually the reasons why we wear visors with our helmets. Impact-resistant plexiglass is a significant cost as well. So I think it's one of those things where like, is the benefit worth the cost, right?
Right.
Protecting against a very, very, very infinitely small chance of something happening.
So it's a 5-hour drive back from Latrobe. We don't have a car rented, so do they have like Uber like Jet Edition or anything? We'll have to find out. Stay tuned to the end of this video to see how we get back.
I think we can film a ride back from Latrobe Airport. And I'm going to check in with ATC to see if I'm still within the range.
All right.
Buffalo approach helicopter 300 Whiskey Zulu.
November 0 Whiskey Zulu, alarm clear, sir. How you doing?
Good. Just checking and making sure I'm still with you.
Yes, it's okay. It's Sunday. This airspace is real quiet.
All right, roger that. Thanks.
Arnold Palmer, Regional Airport. Information Zulu 2347 weather, wind 210, visibility 10.
0 Whiskey Zulu reports to Latrobe Airport. Sighted at 12 o'clock and about 12 miles.
Yeah, we got to film the site. 0 Whiskey Zulu.
0 Whiskey Zulu, roger, radar service is terminated. Clock and maintain VFR. Contact Palmer Tower now 125.0.
125.0, 0 Whiskey Zulu. Palmer Tower, helicopter, November 300 Whiskey Zulu.
Helicopter 300 Whiskey Zulu, Palmer.
300 Whiskey Zulu is 10 to the north with Zulu inbound for the medial aviation ramp.
Helicopter 0 Whiskey Zulu, roger, proceed direct to the ramp. Landing will be at your own risk. Winds are calm. Altimeter 2990.
Welcome back to the maintenance hangar. All right, we made it. Gonna go try to find a ride home. I gotta pee so bad.
All right, so
All
we
right.
gotta get back to Buffalo somehow. There's only one plane on the ramp here on the apron. Can we thumb a ride back to Buffalo? Did we just abscond onto this aircraft?
We did. Now we're going to go home. It's bigger than the helicopter, but smoother. Excellent flight. So fast, it was like I blinked and we were done. It was like butter, it was so smooth. Unlike the beginning of our flight when I was like, Jesus!
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
That's pretty good service. Should we end the video here?
Yes, we should. Thank you guys so much for watching. We will catch you next Sunday for another video. Bye.
We didn't just hitch a ride back with a random person. That was our friend. He was nice enough to arrange the transportation back. Thank you, Brian. Really appreciate it. What are you munching on?
String, water, and peanut butter.
Ants on a log. This helicopter expires in a.
Again?
This helicopter expires in a few.
Nope.